A chill of anticipation gripped the corridors of power, imperceptible yet profoundly consequential. Within the marble halls of ministries and the fortified compounds of a small, strategically critical nation, subtle tremors of instability began to surface. Unseen by the public eye, a sequence of anomalies, vanishing advisors, contradictory orders, and mysterious communications hinted at vulnerabilities that could be exploited with surgical precision. The world perceived stability. The CIA perceived fissures, cracks that threatened to fracture the facade of control. No conventional warfare would unfold here. This was an operation of silence, subtlety, and strategy, where information itself became the weapon and patience the ultimate tool. Every signal mattered, every pattern observed, and every decision carried consequences that could ripple far beyond national borders. Langley's intelligence analysts first noticed irregularities buried deep within encrypted satellite transmissions. Data streams that had once followed predictable patterns now revealed slight deviations, subtle yet consistent. Concurrently, Cyber Intelligence Division detected anomalies in network traffic, unauthorized access attempts, rerouted communication channels, and phantom accounts with top-level security clearance. Each anomaly alone seemed inconsequential, but collectively they painted a picture of internal disruption. Field operatives reported minor yet telling incidents, key advisors disappearing overnight, ministers contradicting prior statements, and unexplained delays in critical security protocols. The CIA recognized a deeper orchestration at work, a coordinated effort designed to weaken the regime from within. Signals intelligence became the operation's lifeblood. Every intercepted transmission, covert message, and coded email was painstakingly reconstructed to reveal emerging patterns of internal destabilization. Satellite imagery, initially intended for infrastructure monitoring, now highlighted subtle shifts. Fortified compounds left unguarded, motorcades rerouted, and strategic zones left vulnerable. Analysts identified behavioral anomalies among government and military officials. Noting subtle changes in decision-making, loyalty, and presence at key events, the CIA began to trace the invisible threads of influence that connected compromised actors to unseen forces. What appeared as routine bureaucratic inefficiency was in fact the early stages of a meticulously orchestrated collapse. Recognizing the gravity of the threat, a specialized task force was assembled. Cyber specialists, human intelligence operatives, regional experts, and counterintelligence analysts converged in secure locations, their operations shrouded in layers of secrecy. So Balbo better Mendere died. Within these secure rooms, encrypted communications relayed field observations, satellite data, and financial intelligence. Patterns emerged: clandestine meetings in remote locations, untraceable financial transfers, and propaganda campaigns subtly influencing public perception. The CIA task force had a singular focus: to understand the depth of the regime, its vulnerability, and determine the minimal yet decisive interventions needed to accelerate its quiet unraveling. Confirmation of the wider conspiracy came through deep cover agents embedded in government ministries. These operatives relayed reports of manipulated orders, compromised decision-making channels, and clandestine coordination between coerced insiders and external actors. Intercepted communications revealed instructions from foreign entities seeking to destabilize the regime for geopolitical advantage. Analysts mapped these interactions. Observing the growing network of influence that threatened to undermine the nation's command structure, the CIA understood that the regime's collapse, if unmitigated, could result in unpredictable regional consequences. The challenge was to intervene subtly, neutralizing threats while maintaining plausible deniability. The CIA's response unfolded with calculated precision. Cyber infiltration subtly disrupted compromised systems, altering data streams to sow controlled confusion without revealing external interference. Surveillance teams monitored critical figures, documenting inconsistencies between public statements and private actions. Disinformation operations redirected attention away from internal vulnerabilities, isolating compromised actors and preserving the perception of stability. Each maneuver was meticulously calibrated, designed to destabilize incrementally while preventing overt confrontation. Timing was critical. The operation relied on absolute secrecy, and every move was weighed against the risk of exposure. The operation reached its climax as a cascade of failures began to emerge within the targeted government. Strategic decisions were delayed, orders contradicted, and internal trust eroded. Key ministers resigned under the guise of personal reasons. Security protocols failed in minor but revealing ways, and loyalists grew suspicious of one another. The CIA, observing from the shadows, watched as the regime's internal structure unraveled precisely as predicted. The silent collapse, months in the making, now unfolded with remarkable speed, demonstrating the precision of intelligence-led manipulation. By orchestrating confusion, controlling perception, and exploiting vulnerabilities, the CIA transformed the nation's trajectory without firing a single shot. Resolution arrived quietly. The regime, though outwardly functioning, had been reduced to a fragmented shadow of its former authority. Strategic positions were reallocated, loyalists elevated, and compromised officials neutralized or removed without public recognition. International observers remained unaware. The world continued to perceive stability where there was, in truth, orchestrated chaos. The CIA's intervention had preserved global equilibrium, avoided widespread conflict, and achieved a profound strategic objective, all while remaining invisible. The success of the operation was measured not by accolades but by outcome stability, preserved in a nation subtly restructured. In reflection, the silent collapse illustrates the hidden complexity and moral weight of intelligence work. True victories in the realm of espionage are rarely witnessed, often leaving no trace for the public to discern. The architects of this operation, operating unseen, wielded influence through insight, foresight, and precision. Their mastery of information, human behavior, and geopolitical systems ensured the operation achieved its objectives while maintaining plausible deniability. It is a stark reminder that in the world of intelligence, patience, subtlety, and observation often triumph over brute force, and that the most consequential battles are fought not on the streets, but in the networks, communications, and minds of those who remain invisible. The orchestration of events demonstrates that knowledge is power. Influence, when applied discreetly, can shape the course of nations. From the initial detection of anomalies to the final restructuring of authority, the CIA executed a masterclass in strategic subtlety. Every intercepted signal, every human observation, and every calculated disruption contributed to the regime's silent unraveling. This operation serves as a testament to the art of modern espionage, achieving decisive outcomes without exposure, guiding history through unseen hands, and balancing the delicate tension between action and discretion in the pursuit of stability. Throughout the mission, intelligence operatives maintained unwavering vigilance, coordinating multiple layers of cyber, human, and psychological operations. Each move was informed by sophisticated predictive modeling and extensive historical knowledge of the target nation. Political dynamics. By shaping perceptions, controlling information flow, and subtly manipulating internal interactions, the CIA transformed a seemingly stable government into a controlled environment for influence. The operation underscores that, in contemporary geopolitics, strategic intervention often favors precision and subtlety over confrontation, and that the unseen orchestration of events can yield more profound consequences than overt military engagement. As the nation's internal structures realigned under invisible guidance, the public remained oblivious to the profound shifts occurring behind closed doors. The CIA's meticulous orchestration ensured that the regime's collapse was silent, controlled, and devoid of panic. Leaders and operatives executed interventions with surgical precision, maintaining the outward appearance of normalcy while quietly redirecting political trajectories. This operation exemplifies the potency of intelligence-driven action, shaping outcomes, neutralizing threats, and preserving stability without resorting to public spectacle or overt aggression. The mission further highlighted the indispensable role of foresight, patience, and strategic insight in intelligence work. By understanding the complex interplay of human behavior, systemic vulnerabilities, and geopolitical pressures, operatives were able to anticipate reactions, mitigate risks, and execute interventions with unprecedented subtlety. The silent collapse of the regime serves as a profound reminder that modern espionage is not measured by immediate visibility, but by the long-term, transformative effects achieved through careful orchestration, discretion, and analytical excellence. In the end, the CIA's operation remains a testament to the invisible labor that sustains global stability. The silent regime collapse, achieved without detection, underscores the enduring value of intelligence work, observation, analysis, and calculated action in service of strategic objectives. The operation's success lay in its ability to influence outcomes, neutralize threats, and shape history from the shadows, reaffirming that the most effective power is often exercised quietly, invisibly, and with precision. The operation's legacy continues to offer insight into the mechanisms of covert influence and strategic manipulation. By navigating the intricate network of loyalties, communications, and vulnerabilities, the CIA reshaped a nation without triggering public alarm. This case exemplifies the subtle artistry of intelligence, where information, foresight, and strategic patience intersect to produce outcomes far exceeding the visibility of conventional action. It is a powerful reminder that in espionage, the unseen hand often leaves the most indelible mark on history. Ultimately, the CIA's secret operation that triggered a silent regime collapse demonstrates the extraordinary impact of subtle, informed, and calculated intervention. The nation's outward stability masked the careful orchestration that guided its internal structures, neutralized threats, and reshaped political dynamics. The success of the mission rests not in recognition, but in the quiet achievement of strategic objectives, the preservation of global equilibrium, and the reaffirmation that the unseen battles waged in intelligence corridors profoundly shaped the course of nations. Through meticulous planning, precise execution, and unwavering discretion, the CIA transformed latent vulnerabilities into opportunities for controlled influence. The silent collapse was not merely an exercise of power, but a testament to the agency's capacity to safeguard stability while operating in secrecy. This operation exemplifies the apex of intelligence craftsmanship, achieving decisive, far-reaching outcomes while remaining invisible, unacknowledged, yet undeniably impactful. History often overlooks those who act in shadows, yet their influence defines the world. The CIA's orchestration of a silent regime collapse is a narrative of patience, precision, and the quiet exercise of power. By manipulating information flows, guiding decision-making, and orchestrating subtle interventions, operatives reshaped a nation's political landscape without detection. This operation underscores the essence of espionage, the ability to act decisively, influence outcomes, and maintain global stability while leaving the public none the wiser. The nation's political environment was irrevocably altered, yet no explosions or public uprisings occurred. Every intervention was measured, every disruption controlled, and every decision strategically calibrated. The silent regime collapse demonstrates that the most profound victories in intelligence are achieved not through spectacle, but through the patient, calculated orchestration of events. It highlights the exceptional skill, foresight, and moral responsibility inherent in covert operations, where the success of the mission is measured in stability preserved and outcomes influenced rather than public recognition. The shadows of intelligence work conceal the hands that shape history. In this operation, the CIA navigated complex political landscapes, anticipating reactions, exploiting vulnerabilities, and guiding the trajectory of governance. The silent collapse exemplifies the power of strategic intervention executed with precision, discretion, and analytical rigor. It reinforces the principle that true influence often operates unseen, and that the preservation of global equilibrium frequently relies on actions that remain invisible to public scrutiny. Through careful observation, subtle disruption, and targeted influence, the CIA ensured that the nation's leadership structure was transformed without provoking unrest. Loyalists were empowered, compromised actors neutralized, and decision-making networks subtly redirected. The operation reflects the ultimate mastery of modern intelligence, achieving maximum strategic effect while maintaining plausible deniability, avoiding public exposure, and safeguarding global stability. The operation's lessons extend beyond a single nation, illustrating the potential for intelligence to shape outcomes, influence governance, and preserve stability without overt confrontation. It exemplifies the delicate balance between action and restraint, demonstrating that the most powerful interventions are often those executed quietly, with foresight, and with an acute understanding of systemic vulnerabilities. The silent regime collapse orchestrated by the CIA serves as a masterclass in strategic subtlety, patience, and operational excellence. Ultimately, the CIA's operation to trigger a silent regime collapse highlights the invisible power of intelligence. From initial detection to final execution, the mission combined human insight, technological sophistication, and strategic foresight to reshape a nation's political landscape. It stands as a testament to the potency of information-driven intervention, the efficacy of calculated discretion, and the enduring importance of unseen actors in shaping global affairs. In the shadows of geopolitics, this operation exemplifies how knowledge, patience, and precision achieve transformative results without detection, leaving a quiet yet profound imprint on history.